How's it going, everybody? It's your boy homie G, and I'm back. All right, my little homies, I wanted to create this video for the class of 2020, my senior little homies. Congratulations, by the way. So I know a lot of you are pretty bummed out right now at home because of this whole COVID-19 situation. And so I wanted to show you how I take a look at events in my life or things that are happening, what I do to gain better perspective on these situations or events. So what I do is I create a chart, loss, gain. I put on the top of these two columns, and I just list every single thing that I think I'm losing in this experience or event, and every single thing I might be gaining from this experience or event. And let's go ahead and go down one by one, first with the losses, and then with the gains. And I'll show you that there's actually more than meets the eye happening right now. Okay, number one, prom. Now, homie G's been to about 11 proms. One as a high school senior myself, 10 as a high school vice principal. I had to supervise these events, and yes, I can tell you, there were lots of fun. Maybe you went to a senior prom as a junior. Maybe you got invited by a senior to go to the prom, and you got to at least experience it. But I know there's a lot of little homies that haven't experienced prom. But I have some good news. As far as I know, you can go to a prom up till the age of 21, like at least 20. So next year, I know you have junior friends. Maybe one of them will want to go on to the prom with you, right? So if you can actually ask a junior next year, they'll be seniors, and ask them, hey, can I go to the prom because I missed mine? You still might be able to attend a prom. If you're really upset about it and bummed about it, go to the class of 2021's prom, right? Senior prom. So you could still do this. You haven't really lost it. I mean, you lost your own class of 2020 prom, but you could still attend a prom. It's possible. Second, this is very important. Grad ceremony, the pomp and circumstance, all that stuff, you know, getting dressed in your gown, walking into your football field or wherever it is that your high school hosts the event, your parents being there yelling for you. I've been to many. Like I said, I worked at a high school for so many years, and I can tell you that this is an important event. But, if you're at home, your family might want to throw down and have a ceremony, right? Maybe you come down the stairs in your gown, or maybe you walk across the living room in your gown. You could still celebrate. You could put on the pomp and circumstance, the music, and play it all, and walk across your living room or wherever you happen to be, at a park or outside even, and still celebrate. Okay, so this is not truly lost. You're gonna have a virtual ceremony, and you could still have the real thing at home with your family. They're the ones that are there for you anyway at the graduation ceremonies, and so they're gonna be closer to you. That's all. They're not gonna be yelling from afar or blowing their air horns at you or clapping and all that. They could do that right in front of you. So yeah, you've lost it. You still have a virtual one. But again, you could still do it at home. All right. And this is the most important one, I think. The last moments with friends and teachers. You know, the yearbook signing, the pictures that you were going to put on Instagram, all the hugs you were going to have, the crying or whatever. That's truly what you've lost. The last moments with your friends and teachers that you care so much about. You've been with them for years. You can't gain that unless you have a reunion with your high school class in 5 years or 10 years, you know. But the last moments of the high school senior year, you've truly lost that. For that, I sympathize. I feel for you, but it's not the end of the world, as you will see. Okay, now let's look at what you've gained. Wow, prom is expensive, I know. It's gotten more expensive every year. You're not going to spend that money this time on prom. You could save it, use it for college, use it for something else. More time with the family. You might be saying, homie G, I don't want to be spending time with my mom and dad. I'm already, up to my head with their shenanigans and with them telling me what to do at home. Okay, I get it. But what if your parents come down with COVID? What if your uncle, aunt come down with COVID? What if your grandma come down with COVID? Somebody could come down with COVID and get really sick. Then you're going to be thinking, oh, I'm so glad I had all that time, all those moments with my family members. Because in these uncertain times, little homies, you just don't know. So you got to appreciate the time that you have with your family, even if it's rough at home, even if it's rough, okay? Because you never get those moments back with your family. appreciations for school memories. Now, all the things that happened at school that were funny or that you remember, they're going to become primed in your head. They're going to be ingrained in there now because now you're going to have so much more time to reflect on the moments that you did have at school. And you're going to appreciate the laughters. You're going to appreciate the fun, whatever it is that you had, a whole lot more than me when I was in high school. I hardly remember my senior year. Okay? So you're going to definitely appreciate the memories you did create at school. You're going to have more time now to rework your college plans because you're already most likely learning that schools are going to either go virtual full time, not open, or whatever. Well, now you have all of the rest of June, you have May, the rest of this school year to think about, do I really want to go to a 4-year college in the fall, even though it's not going to be fully open, it's going to be virtual, or should I go to a community college instead? Save my money, think more about my major, maybe work part-time, or am I going to take a gap year and become a YouTube star like Homie G? I don't know. I mean, you can, but I don't recommend the gap year. I'm not a star by any means. But you're going to have more time to rework your college plans now, which is a good thing, okay? And lastly, this is the biggest one. This is a life check for you, my little homies. You are getting so much life thrust in your face right now. I mean, the only times when high school kids had a rough start to their adulthood was back in like maybe 1918 when the flu pandemic was going on. School shut down then too, and it was rough. 50 million people died. I mean, that's pretty tough. The class of 1942, United States entered the World War II in 1941, at the end of 1941. That graduating class is to think, man, do I want to go and commit to being in the Army or whatever and somehow go work here at home in the United States and help the cause? Or what am I going to do with my life? 1942 seniors, right? Okay, so this has happened before in the past. You're having a life check. You're having a test right now. And it's for you to rise in this moment, for you to test yourself. I don't want you spending all of the rest of this school year moping around, and then summer too, July, driving your parents crazy about the fact that you're still depressed about what you think you've lost, but haven't realized you've actually also gained a lot of things. So don't be at home moping around forever. It's okay to be sad for a little bit, finish the end of the school year maybe being upset, but you are now an adult. You're officially an adult. And yes, you didn't get to do the last rites of passage to adulthood, but that's life. Sometimes that happens. People, we sympathize for you, definitely I do, but I'm going to tell you it's time now to start thinking about what you've also gained. Okay, my little homies? And be strong, keep it together, and hopefully by the time this summer rolls in, you're ready to move on with your life. All right, my little homies, if you've liked this video, please subscribe. Tell your friends about Homie G helping all the little homies. And I'm out. Peace.